I said the National Security Coordinator was served. He was served. Service, as you rightly said, is done by bailiffs. But unless you are telling me I should go and get the fine details, who wrote the warrant, who signed it, who was it handed over to, so that I can take all that line from the courtroom all the way to the National Security Coordinator's office. But you know definitely the National Security Coordinator is not going to walk into the courtroom with an NIB official to say that, oh, once we've issued a warrant, can we have it to go and effect arrest? No. Somebody served it in line with the law. So, Mr. Speaker, so far as we are concerned, the law was adhered to, a crime was committed, and a crime was committed, and the National Security Coordinator was served for the warrant to be effected. And that was what happened. And unfortunately, they didn't get him. Because if they had gotten him, he would have definitely been arrested. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minister, thank you for your answer.
Last one. Mr. Speaker, the minister, this is a house of records. This is a house of record. The minister says, unfortunately, they didn't get him. If they had gotten him, they would have arrested him. Mr. Speaker, the minister should know this, that at the time the officers were in Koforidua, in Akwatia, to arrest the MP, the Supreme Court had issued an order by a 4-1 decision freezing the enforcement of those orders. That is one. Two, Mr. Speaker, at the time that those NIB officers were on rampage, they actually made an attempt and pulled a weapon, and the town folks, through the noise they made on the injustice, they had to run away. Mr. Speaker, the minister should not endorse illegality and unconstitutionality. But I want to ask him whether it is part of the NIB's duties.
Honorable Minority Leader, I will recognize the Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Minority Leader, and I said it this morning, I continue to get worried about the manner in which the Minority Leader uses the facilities of this House. The opportunity to ask ministers questions is closely governed by Order 86. The type of questions you can ask. You cannot make or imply a charge of a personal character or which reflects upon character or conduct except of a person in an official or public capacity. You cannot ask questions that contain charges which the member asking the question is not in a position to substantiate. These are all matters that govern questions. You've just made statements about some people wielding guns, attempt to use a gun, and etc. If we ask you to substantiate that now, can you do that? With videos and etc. Can you do that now on the floor? Can you do that? Secondly, you've just made a statement questioning the character and integrity of the minister, asking him not to condone unconstitutionality. Says, this is inappropriate. You've asked questions. He's come to answer the questions, to give you answers. You can ask him further questions. But to make a statement that don't condone unconstitutionality and illegality is totally out of place. And coming from you, the Minority Leader, who is supposed to offer leadership on this side, is quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. Don't use this platform for political gimmicking when it is not necessary. And you've consistently tried to do that. We've accommodated you, and I think that you are overdoing it. Please, ask your questions and let him answer the questions. But don't descend into politicking with the questions.
Yes, Honorable Minority Leader, per the rules, you are right. Honorable Minority Leader asks question.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, thank you. He made an intervention. He went beyond the intervention. I have a right to respond to him. It is very rich that the majority leader and leader of this House is not concerned about an illegal attempt to arrest.
Honorable Minority Leader.
To arrest a member of this House.
Honorable Minority Leader asks question. Honorable Minority Leader, you do not have the authority to determine the legality or otherwise of an arrest. So, Honorable Minority Leader asks question. We cannot determine the legality or otherwise of arrest pursuant to a warrant emanating from the court. So, kindly ask question.